Alright, today I'm going to make a soup that people keep asking me about because I bring it to work every day and I'm pretty much eating it almost every day. I'm the type of guy I can pretty much eat the same thing over and over, but I change things up a little bit subtly, but my soup pretty much looks the same almost all the time because I put spinach in it so it's green all the time. But I'm just going to make it in, I usually make it in my Vitamix say 500 here, in that container, and you can tell I use this thing all the time. I mean, I clean it all the time, but if your container doesn't look like this, you're not using it enough, because this thing is definitely a life changer. But yeah, I have to deep clean this thing all the time, and it pretty much turns into this right away again. So it's just due for a cleaning again. But I'm not going to be using this because this channel is kind of more about the old style Vitamix machines that you can get on eBay for about 100, 120 and change, depending on which seller you get it from and what condition it's in. And yeah, people keep asking me about it because I lost a lot of weight over the past couple years. Pretty much just eating this and eating whole foods that the Vitamix can do for you. And the reason I got fat was because I was doing a lot of the restaurant stuff, and you know, once you kind of go downhill, it's hard to pick yourself back up. But with Vitamix, it actually makes it very easy once you take it out from underneath the counter. And so this is all going to be real-time stuff. I'm going to make my soup from cold ingredients, just to show that these machines are very durable. They do all the same things that the new ones can do. But it's going to be real-time, so there's not going to be any BS. And I'm just going to get started because it's going to be a long video. So I haven't used this machine in a couple of years now, but I cleaned the container just the other day. The only disadvantage is these don't really have a cord wrap to them, so that's alright. Just plug it in. As you can see, the old style ones do fit underneath the cabinet. All you have to do is just flip the action dome underneath upside down and just keep it in there. But just be sure that you put everything back together the way it's supposed to be. Alright, no riffraff, I'm just gonna kind of go with it. Alright, so I need to get some water. First I'm gonna get my chicken because I put chicken in it. And in order to keep things quick and easy, I just go ahead and use canned chicken. I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but you know, when you make something every day, day in, day out, and you want to be on a cheap side, that's what you got to do. I mean, I put real chicken in there whenever I have any leftovers, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this canned chicken. And this is just a store brand that you can get. It's just chicken and water, and I don't drain the chicken in the sink. I just take whatever's in the can and I just go ahead and pour it inside the container. I've never made this in this machine, so the measurements might be just a little bit off, because I usually go by the measurements that are on that container. So that, I start out with that, and I take a little bit of, you can use olive oil, veggie oil, whatever. I just put a little bit, about a tablespoon, just to keep some fats in there. And I'm going to add some chicken bouillon. This isn't the best stuff to use either if you're trying to watch your health, but you know, this is just something I kind of got from someone else. So I just use it. This is a chicken bouillon. You could use beef, vegetable, whatever you want to do. So anyway, I'm going to put enough for about the equivalent of 4 cups of water. About 4 or 5 cups of water, because I have little containers that hold about 2 cups each. And it'll be pretty much a full batch of soup that I drink over the night, while I eat over the night. And now I have all my ingredients. I just need to get the water. I'm going to fill this up with water from my refrigerator. This is cold water, it's filtered water. Like I said, this is real time. I'm not going to edit anything. I just don't really have time to edit things anymore. I had a different YouTube channel. I just don't have time for that channel. I just kind of go ahead and do the day-to-day things that I really need to do. Busy person. But okay, we got our 4 cups of water. If we need to add water later, we can add water later. That's the good thing about Vitamix. You can do whatever you need to do. And so that's that. I got potatoes. I got 2 potatoes, celery and a carrot. And these potatoes I'm gonna bake in the microwave to give a little bit of texture, and I like potatoes. This is just cauliflower. And the way I like to do my soup is I don't waste anything, and everybody can have their own opinions on things, but I take the cauliflower leaves and I just dump those in. I'm going to dump these afterwards once the machine is running, just for the heck of it. But I might actually add some of the cauliflower head to it to give it some chunks, so that might be something to do. I change things up all the time. Garlic, I love my garlic. I'm just going to add 1 large clove of garlic straight from the bulb. Just drop it in, skin and all. And okay, so I have one thing here to show you. A lot of people don't believe that the Vitamix can heat the water. You can see already that it's kind of frosting up. But here's a temp gun, and it says it's about more or less 75 degrees. Yeah, about 75 degrees and falling with the water that's in there. And okay, have not used this machine in a while, so a number of years. I got a little stopper here, but I'm probably not going to even use that. This is going to go for about 5 minutes just to heat it up. I do take it with me, but the reason I want it hot is to take the bouillon and get it to go inside the water to, I forgot what it's called, just to be dissolved into the water. There we go. And while that's cooking, I'm just going to put my potatoes in the microwave, and by the time this is done, the potatoes will be done, and then I can throw them in to chunk it up, and you'll see. It's going to be fun. All right. Yeah, about 5 minutes. Okay, so let's get going. This is low speed. Now I have this is very simple. All I have to do is really flick it on and get this recipe going. High speed. Now I'm going to make these. Now the speed of the motor is going to use friction to heat the water inside with the blade. Not bad. I haven't turned this thing on in a while, so just to be able to get up and go, that's the Vitamix reliability. add a little bit of oregano. That goes in there for flavor. In about 2 minutes. Pretty soon the temperature's gonna start coming up. Starting to get warm. About 82 right now. Oh, there we go. It's actually 90 degrees. What happens is with this gun, the reflective metal surface messes with the reading. So you have to take it right where the base of the spigot is, and then you can see the true temperature. Because it feels hot, it's getting hot. Really about almost 95 degrees. You know, this whole time I forgot to add my spinach. That's a good thing about Vitamix. You forget something, it's not really a big deal. So I got baby spinach here that's in the freezer. So it's all frozen. It's frozen solid. I'm just gonna add it. Now it's going to turn green. You can let the Vitamix run as long as possible. It has its own cooling fan, so you can let it go indefinitely. But my potatoes are done. approaching 100 degrees. So I can get a good reading on it. Yeah, see 100 degrees. It's actually going to be a little longer than 5 minutes since I put such cold water in it. And then I added the frozen spinach. It's going to take a little bit more time. But it's still way faster than sitting on the stove. That's the Vitamix machine. It just goes to show that you can get the $100 stainless steel Vitamix and do the hot soup in the same machine, same container, no attachments, nothing. So it's pretty cool. The first Vitamix I got was more like the modern one. In fact, that plastic container is the original one that I got, and I got it used on eBay, and it came with the whole thing. It came with the wet container. Came with a wet container for all the wet jobs, making peanut butter, stuff like that. And then the dry container to dry my own grains. I make my own homemade bread, which I'm going to bring to work. I'll show you that. So this is bread that I made yesterday in the Vitamix. It's the newer style. But this one will make the same exact thing. It's the same recipe. So I'm just going to take this to work and heat it up and have some peanut butter with it. I don't have the fresh peanut butter. I have peanut butter that you can buy at the store. I just can't really find peanuts so easily. There's a bulk food store, but it's kind of far away and I don't really go that direction all the time. So I kind of have to settle for the prepackaged peanut butter, but natural peanut butter from Vitamix is way better, by leaps and bounds. Oh, that's hot. About 112 degrees. I could let it go for longer and try to get a serving temperature about 180. All I have to do is let the machine go, but I'm just going to package this up. It's a good temperature for all the bouillon to be incorporated, so I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to turn that off, turn it to low speed, because what I want to do now is add the chunky stuff to it. And I think I'm going to add the cauliflower first. Just a little bit of cauliflower. Nothing too major. Let me just kind of cut these a little bit. The reason I cut it is because this container is a little bit narrow. It's not quite as narrow as the newer ones with the tall container, but yeah, chopping up vegetables just a little bit kind of helps it get down there. There's some steam coming out of there. You just probably can't see it. There's steam on the lid, that's for sure. So I'm just going to add these like that. And I'm going to demonstrate the forward and reverse because I'm going to chop these up. And in order for it to come and pull it down to the blades, you just use the reverse feature. So all you got to do is just reverse. And that'll be incorporated. I don't know if this even fits in there. No. Add some potatoes. Now I do the cauliflower first because it's kind of a hard vegetable. Get in there. It'll get in there. There we go. Okay. Same thing. And that's it. It's all chopped up. It'll be a chunky soup with that. Now I'm just going to add my chicken. This thing is actually pretty full. I think this, I'm pretty sure that these are 72 ounces and not 64 ounces. This container. This is filled to the brim. I mean, it's all the way up here. This is a lot of soup. So I'm actually gonna have to eat some of it. And that's it, chunky soup. My food is done. So the good thing about this is if you just remove the Action Dome funnel here, it's actually a pour spout. So I'm going to be using that to pour everything into my little bowls here. Like I said, real time. So here we go. Ooh. Wow, nice chunky soup. That's exactly the way I make it in my classic machine. My modern machine, actually, I should say. Exactly. There's no difference whatsoever. I know I'm going to have leftover. Oh yeah. Not much, actually. I didn't really go too far over. Let's see. A bowl here. I'm just going to pour this up. Actually, let me just do this. I haven't been on camera in a very long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour all that up. There's not much soup left over. That's pretty good. Let me get a spoon. And this is pretty much how I have my soup right there. See, it's got some chunk in it, but it is hot. So I'm just gonna have this. I am just gonna have this. But that is it for this video. All I wanted to do was demo how to make hot soup in Vitamix and making my recipe for the soup that everybody keeps asking me for. Everybody thinks it's some kind of magic potion. It's not. It's just real food that I eat every day. It's very low calorie. I mean, I didn't really put much of anything in there. I just put a celery, carrot, a little bit of bouillon, a little bit of oil, a can of chicken, and cauliflower, and a little bit of oregano. That's pretty much it. That's not really, it's not a complex thing. And if I keep drinking that, I just have my hydration, I have all my vitamins, I have the spinach in there, I have my protein, so it's a well-balanced meal, and it'll keep you full. So that's the end of this video. Have a good night.